Admiral Firmus Piett is another officer introduced in The Empire Strikes Back that is a symbol of what the Empire would want in their officers. Loyalty, ambition, resilience, the ability to be in the presence of Darth Vader without crumbling. This transmission will cover Piett's story, looking into both canon and legends. Piett was born in 39 BBY on the Outer Rim planet Axxila. Despite Axxila being in the Outer Rim, it caught the attention of whatever government was in control of the galaxy at the time. It's located along a major trade hyperroute, and it's rich in ores and minerals. Once the Galactic Empire rises to prominence, they strip mine the planet and essentially kill the world. Legends looks a bit deeper into Axxila and finds it dramatically different. In Legends, the planet is an ecumenopolis. That is, the whole planet is a single city, like Coruscant. It's home to an anti-pirate militia fleet and commonly used by spice smugglers. It's a place of some importance in the Jedi Civil War, the Clone Wars, the Galactic Civil War, and the war with the Yuuzhan Vong. Sticking with the canon version of Axxila, you can see why he'd have such a strong motivation to seek out a new life and join the Imperial Navy. Piett's early life is unremarkable and not much has been recorded about it. So many Imperial officers have stories of strong-willed families and histories of military service, making their own careers all but certain. As far as we know it, Piett is the first in his line to make a mark militarily. Around 11 BBY, a young Piett is assigned to work under Grand Moff Tarkin. This intimidating position gives Piett a chance to shine. In Legends, Piett joins a naval-type organization before enlisting with the Empire. He's part of the Axxila anti-pirate fleet and earns some commendations for being effective in deterring pirate activity in the sector. These early commendations help his career grow with the Galactic Empire. His first command was on an Imperial-class Star Destroyer called Accuser. He participates in many battles for Vader until an opening has him transferred to the Executor under Admiral Ozzel. Going back to canon, Piett is put in command of Imperial forces during the Battle of Commenor. Ironically, for an enlisted Imperial, it was a slight defiance of orders that leads to Piett standing out in this battle. He withheld the launch of a shuttle for a matter of seconds. This slight delay in orders could have gotten him reprimanded, but a fellow Imperial officer's life, along with some troops under him, were saved thanks to this delay. In 3 ABY, Piett's hard work is paying off. He is captain aboard Darth Vader's personal flagship, the Super Star Destroyer, the Executor. The Odyssey of Star Wars mentions the rank of flag captain, but that was the only source that seems to mention this specific rank, and no seniority charts corroborated the information, so we'll stick with the more traditional and simpler captain. While on the command bridge during Operation Swarm, Piett is present when the probe droid transmission that identifies the rebel base comes in. Piett's careful to have a measured head when delivering the information of the system and lets his commanding officer, Admiral Ozzel, face Vader over the decision to search this planet or not. Ozzel doubles down on either his stupidity or arrogance when he jumps the Imperial fleet in very close to the system, giving the rebellion a warning that they are found out. This allows them time to activate their planetary shield and begin a mass evacuation. Neither Vader nor Piett ever had much respect for Ozzel. This was the final straw, and Vader executes Ozzel. The vacancy allows Piett to be promoted to Admiral. A tough promotion to take after witnessing firsthand what just happened to your predecessor, but Piett wasn't in a position to refuse. This promotion puts Piett in command of the Executor. Straight after the Battle of Hoth, Vader is fixated on a specific ship, an old, modified YT-1300 light freighter that was captured aboard the Death Star years before. It escaped and then aided the Force-sensitive rebel pilot in thwarting Vader and his Black Squadron and destroying the battle station. Piett is in charge of hunting down this ship, the Millennium Falcon. The rebel ship hides in an asteroid field. Vader orders his forces to follow, leading to heavy losses. Even with a number of bounty hunters in pursuit, the rebel ship slips away. During this part of his career, Piett becomes one of the very few living beings to see Darth Vader without his helmet. He is not aware of Vader's previous identity, but it's worth noting for the rarity of it. It's also worth noting that even though the crew of the Falcon outsmarted the pursuing Imperials, Piett was not killed for the failure. Even more shocking because if you're getting value or entertainment out of any of my transmissions, it would mean a lot if you would join the Remnant and subscribe. Captain Lorth Nita of the Star Destroyer Avenger was killed for the very same thing. The bounty hunter Boba Fett tracks the Falcon to a nearby installation called Cloud City, a mining colony and vacation destination above the gas giant Bespin. A lot of significant events for galactic history occur in this small out-of-the-way place, but Piett's part in it is in having the Falcon's hyperdrive disabled. Unfortunately for the Admiral, the Rebels become aware of the problem and an astromech droid with the Rebels repairs it. The ship makes its jump to hyperspace despite Piett's claim that they couldn't. He once again fears for his life. Vader, clearly disappointed, spares Piett for unknown reasons and stalks away. Piett's connection to Cloud City continues. Through a course of events, Kira, the new leader of the crime syndicate Crimson Dawn, steals the carbonite-encased Han Solo and plans to auction it off to the highest bidder. The Executor shows up in the system to intimidate the other syndicates while the Empire uses their virtually unlimited resources to purchase the smuggler. A lone X-Wing flies in. Piett means to destroy it, assuming correctly that it's a member of the Rebel Alliance. Vader demands that the pilot be taken in alive. In a small skirmish, a Hutt freighter takes some collateral damage, which leads them to attack the Imperials. Now, I don't know why the Hutts would attack a super Star Destroyer, but that's what they do. Vader's obsession with the Rebel pilot is distracting him from the battle, so Piett contacts the Emperor directly, a very bold move to go over Vader's head. Palpatine orders Vader to forget the pilot and deal with the Hutts. Vader executes every present member of the Hutt cartel's leadership for annoying him. Piett continues to serve aboard the Executor, always dodging Vader's wrath. He is a very competent officer, but nothing could contain Vader's temper. His continued service has him rubbing shoulders with many prominent figures in the galaxy. Freedom fighters, government officials, bounty hunters, assassins. I won't go into detail of every single one of these stories since he's present, but it's more as someone waiting on the sidelines for Vader to react than being very actionable himself. He is force-choked by Vader at a point, as a way to get Piett to comply with the order that would have the Executor fire on Vader's own position. He was also threatened by the Emperor when Vader was lost in the void of space, the Emperor demanding Vader be retrieved or Piett would be killed. He was also around for the Scourge, a droid virus perpetrated by advanced intelligence the Sith had locked away years earlier. The central droid, Scourge Prime, spreads this virus and takes control of any droid affected by it. Piett was held aboard the Executor as bait for Vader to be called and clean up the mess. There's more to this story, but it's honestly not that great of a story, and Piett isn't overly involved. I'm just listing another major galaxy event that he was present for. A small skirmish in the Hadullah system is a small blip on Piett's record and can almost be dismissed. A squadron of TIE fighters engages a squadron of rebels. Official orders were that the rebels be eliminated to the last. Piett pulls a pair of his own pilots aside and tells them that at least one of the rebel ships has to be allowed to jump to hyperspace. This was done as part of the intentional information leak to corroborate the rebels' ideas that there was a second Death Star being made. The information leads to the rebellion staging an all-out attack to stop this Death Star before it could be made fully operational. In short, it's a way to lure the rebels into a trap. In 4 ABY, Piett, still commanding the Executor, is put in command of the Imperial fleet above Endor. The rebel fleet falls into Palpatine's trap and sends everything they have to the small forest moon. There's a small ground team, but Piett is worried about the fleet in space. He's told that he can't engage the fleet directly, not at first, but has to stop them from escaping. When the Death Star is shown to be operational by destroying 2 massive Rebel command ships, the rest of the fleet doesn't flee or panic. They turn their attention to the Star Destroyers under Piett's command. The ground team hadn't destroyed the Death Star shields, and if they ran now, the Empire's battle station would become the dominant force in the galaxy. The rebels also reasoned that the close proximity of the Imperial fleet may have the Empire think twice before using the super laser again. Rebel fighters focus on the Executor under the orders of Admiral Ackbar. Ackbar was once enslaved by Grand Moff Tarkin, and though Tarkin was long dead, Ackbar wants some satisfaction on taking down the Super Star Destroyer. A pair of A-Wing starfighters destroyed the shield generator for the command bridge's shields. Another A-Wing is hit and loses control. It collides with the command bridge, killing many instantly. The Executor, with no helm to have control over, collides with the Death Star. The ship is destroyed and everyone on board killed. In his last moments, Piett found some solace in thinking back on his life and deciding that he's made all good choices. Check out this video next for more officers from the Imperial military.